What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, July 8th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all so much for joining. Hope everybody's doing well. Well, it's Friday, and it is the class 2 of my astrology course, Beginner to Reader. We saturated the planets, and now we're jumping into some more, Pluto. Probably going to touch on the nodes, the house system. We're going to start getting this ball really rolling into some really cool stuff about how to read all of this and put that story together. So for $100, it's going to be quite the adventure. If you haven't joined, please do. You can catch up on class 1 once you become a member to the class, and then catch the lives. The lives are where it's at, and I'm with you guys in the chat. It's a good time. So excited for class 2 today. Well, we are going to see that moon in Scorpio today. It's going to start the day with an opposition to Mars. We could be a little fired up emotionally. I think that there's going to be a deep desire nature just within like what we're really wanting. We can get really emotionally attached to things. And we're going to have to learn like what's really of value. What are we really trying to identify with? Are our emotions just taking over? It is Cancer season, and that sun's at 16 degrees coming to 17. There's going to be some heavy like attachment things, especially around, it could be relationship stuff. It could be around, just personal life stuff. Like, what are you really attaching to? And, with Mars, that opposition that we start the day off with, it is kind of that cutting agent. What can we learn to let go of? But we're also investigating so many more things. I love that the moon's going to be in Scorpio for this class because we're going to start to uncover more knowledge, more wisdom, more depth. There's more depth to life than ever right now. And I think that that's a positive for today, is like really getting in there. The moon's also going to trine over to Mercury in Cancer and quincunx Jupiter at the same time in Aries, because Mercury and Jupiter are starting their square pretty intense today. So I think we're trying to look at these big stories. We're trying to, find the excitement in life. We just want to be real about things. Like, what are expectations that we can handle right now without getting too overly attached? How can we use our imagination, but like bring it into linear sense? It's just seeing what's really the glue in your life right now and what isn't, and are we overly like pursuing a desired nature that isn't our story? I think that those can, come up big today. And I think the more we can learn to let go of things a little bit emotionally and detach, the better off we might be. But I think there's going to be a deep desire just overall today to like really understand certain things, understand where people are at in your life, where relationship energy is, where, personal friendship stuff's at, all sorts of different levels of like the other person, and like deep merge is something that, could come up today. But it is also having us like recalibrate our minds to this story in life, without over, I feel like we're going to want to blow things up because of some deep emotion today. So understanding our feelings, but not overdoing it based on our feelings, can be pretty helpful today. That sun's starting to sextile Uranus in Taurus, and that's one thing that can help us really far right now, is if we can detach a little bit from the emotions to see where things can ultimately go, and to like welcome in this acceleration and this insight of like concrete value. Then I think that we can push, today really far, and even these next couple days, and actually see the bottom line, the black and white, what's real, what's not real, and make, good decisions therefore that can actually be, really helpful. So overall, be aware of the things that you're blowing up in life, especially the emotional attachment things, and be willing to see if whatever that was that you are feeling this big, strong magnetic pull towards, is it of your story in life? Is it factual? Does it have concrete, backing to it? And if it does, boom. If not, well, are we making up a story in our life right now to fit some, deep obsession that we might have? We want to check those things, but also see that our emotions pulling us in a direction that can help us uncover so much truth and so much understanding, and keep things, actually looking for the positive truth, even if it, might seem a little intense today. It's trying to show you the deeper undercurrent of your life. Cards for today. will they be? We got the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, this is where I think that our emotions can actually get the best of us and give us a lot of false, narratives like, oh, my intuition told me this. But does that actually have factual truth and backing in your life? You're going to want to see things clearly and not kind of just play the, I felt this game on you and blow something up in your life. Keep things simple, keep things honest, keep things truthful, and you'll see through any veils of illusion. But I feel like we can try and over intuate little things and make them much bigger than they actually are. Seven of Cups, yeah, it's like there's so many different. We need to narrow things down to what's real, what's important. It can feel like there's this big abyss, and all these things are coming up to the surface, and they're definitely showing up so that we can navigate them, kind of pick a point, pick the most important point, and don't, stress over all the things that could be coming up emotionally today. Also, the moon's going to be in that midpoint of Mars and Uranus today. So, in that opposition point in Scorpio. So there's definitely a lot of weird things that can come up, just focus on the important things, focus on the stimulating things, the things that you want to blow up in a positive manner and not a negative one. And the Star card reversed, being vulnerable with these feelings of how to really attach to maybe the positivity, maybe that one particular thing that actually has substance to it, instead of getting lost in kind of this big sea of emotion, this big kind of abyss. And as we come into this weekend and, tomorrow, we do get this a lot of trine energy with Neptune and the sun and Cancer season. It's just a very emotional weekend that can be extremely uncovering of a lot of beautiful truth in our life and a lot of, new beginnings and directions and, where we can feel very guided by our intuition. But that High Priestess reverse is also like, oh gosh, we can really think we're seeing clearly, think that our emotions and our intuition are guiding us in the right spot. And then we just created some crazy story out of nowhere that isn't even real. So love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Friday, and I will see you all in class later today for those who joined, and I will see you all for the weekend forecast tomorrow. Much love. Peace.